Detective Ethan Cole is called to a gruesome crime scene in the decaying heart of Blackvale, a once-thriving 1920s theater town now shrouded in neglect. The victim, a local historian, hangs suspended in midair, limbs twisted at unnatural angles, as if held up by invisible strings. His face is frozen in a grotesque smile, and his skin bears faint, thread-like marks. The coroner confirms the man was dead before being posed, yet his body moves slightly when no one is looking. Ethan's investigation leads him to the Velvet Marionette, an abandoned puppet theater that was the site of an infamous tragedy in 1927. Legend says Lucian Voss, a reclusive puppeteer, was lynched by townsfolk after a disastrous performance where his puppets seemed to move on their own. Some claim Voss made a deal with something unseen to bring his art to life, but at a terrible cost. Ethan digs deeper, interviewing elderly residents who whisper about the unfinished play, a cursed script Voss wrote but never performed. Those who read it allegedly died in ways mirroring puppet shows, strangled by unseen hands, limbs snapping like dry wood, or dancing themselves to exhaustion. When a second victim is found, a journalist researching Voss, Ethan watches in horror as the corpse's head turns toward him, its mouth moving in a silent scream. A single word is scratched into the floor: finish it. That night, Ethan dreams of stage. A shadowy figure with elongated fingers sits at a puppet master's board, murmuring, "Every life is a performance, but yours? Yours is almost over." Ethan and Mira Kelper, a folklorist and skeptic, break into the derelict theater. Inside, they find Voss's workshop, dust-covered puppets with disturbingly human faces, their glass eyes following their movements. Mira discovers the unfinished play hidden in a wall. Against Ethan's warnings, she reads aloud. The puppet master takes his bow. The audience must scream now. The theater comes alive. Doors slam shut. The puppets twitch, then scuttle like spiders. Mira is yanked into the air by invisible strings, her body contorting into a marionette's pose. Ethan tries to free her, but the strings cut his hands. They're not thread, but veins. Ethan finds Voss's journal, revealing the truth. The puppet master doesn't just kill, he recruits. Every victim becomes part of his troupe, their souls trapped in the puppets. The murders? Auditions. Mira's body drops, lifeless, but her puppet doppelganger grins, its wooden jaw clacking. Ethan realizes the corpses weren't just posed, they were replacements. The real victims are still here, watching through puppet eyes. Voss's ghost appears, his face a shifting mask of wood and flesh. You've been following my script all along, detective. Your curiosity, your stubbornness, all my design. Ethan tries to flee, but the theater's exits vanish. The last page of the play flutters into his hands. It's his name in them. The stage curtains tear open, revealing an audience of corpses, their faces painted like marionettes. Ethan's limbs jerk against his will as Voss's voice booms. Let's give them a show they'll never forget. Ethan's body rises, his joints cracking into puppet-like angles. The screen fades to black as his screams meld with the sound of snapping strings. Weeks later, a new detective arrives in Blackvale. In the evidence locker, a puppet with Ethan's face blinks.